Hello everyone, my name is Joseph Alfeld and I'm the developer of GISsurfer, which is a general purpose web map. This is the first video of a series where I'm going to show you how various features of GISsurfer work. The videos are intended to be watched in order. This first video will provide a tour of the GISsurfer interface and also show you how to make your own basic custom map to help you keep an eye on the weather in your area. In the last part of this video, I will use some overlay layers to demonstrate several key concepts of GISsurfer. Depending on your screen size, the text you see in the video might seem quite large. The reason for that is so the text in the video is readable on the small screen of a cell phone. When you actually use GISsurfer, the text will appear at a reasonable size on your screen. To start with, I browse to GISsurfer.com and that brings up the home page you now see. There is an embedded map on the bottom of the home page. This is a live map. And also in the lower right corner is the menu button. You can look at various other parts of the website. If you want to see the terms of service and privacy policy, you can look at that. Another good page to look at is the help page. And on the help page you will see links to the videos when they're made. There are links to PDF help files, and further below is an overview section that is a good thing to look at if you're just starting to learn about GISsurfer. Now going back to the home page, another good resource on the home page is this link, which I am going to click to open up. You now see a PDF file with a list of GIS server addresses that I curate. When you are trying to find data to display with GISsurfer, keep this resource in mind. This is easily the most extensive list of its kind. When you open this list, the first few pages have some explanatory text that I encourage you to look at. Now back to the home page. Another good link is this one right here, View the Map Full Screen. You can always click that link and the map will open up. So I'm going to do that. The link I clicked opens the map without any parameters. So what you see is the default map, which is a zoomed out view showing most of the USA. I'm going to switch the screen to the editor I use and show you two links. The first link will open the GISsurfer homepage. The other link opens the map without any parameters. That is the address of where the code is hosted on my server. If there were parameters on a GISsurfer map link, then what you would see is a question mark right there, followed by one or more parameters. Now back to the map. This is the interface you see when you use a desktop or laptop computer. I will show you the interface you see on a mobile device a bit later in this video. Now let's take a quick tour. In the upper left corner there's a zoom control. The purpose of including this control is so you can zoom the map without changing the map center. In the lower left corner you see the GISsurfer version number. There will also be a link here you can click when a significant number of new features are added to the code. By the way, each time you open the map, it will always use the most recent version of the GISsurfer code. There is also a link to my project page, which is MappingSupport.com, and there you will find links to GISsurfer plus links to my various other projects. Over in the lower right corner you see coordinates for the map center and also coordinates for the cursor. In video number 2 I will show you how to change the coordinate format. There is one part of the interface that is not visible. You can right click a spot. So I'm going to use my mouse wheel to zoom in on Denver here and right click a random spot. A sidebar opens up. It will display the elevation for the spot that you clicked, the magnetic declination. Scrolling down in the sidebar, the coordinates that I clicked are displayed in various formats. And down at the bottom is the current zoom level for the map. Now up at the top of the sidebar is a button you can click that will display a GISsurfer link that will open the map centered at the spot that was right-clicked. So I click that spot, and here's the GISsurfer map link that was made. I'm going to copy that map link, copy. I'm going to paste that map link into the same browser bar, paste, and open up the map. And there's the map opened up, centered right there at the spot that I right-clicked. The last part of the interface is the menu and base map button, and those buttons will be covered in video number 2. Now I'm going to show you the interface that you will see on a cell phone or other mobile device. Note that since I'm showing you the mobile interface on my PC screen, you will continue to see my mouse cursor. The features in GISsurfer work the same way on both mobile and non-mobile interfaces. It is only the interface that is different. So here are the main interface differences. The information displayed in the lower right corner and upper right corner has swapped places. Also, the coordinate display is only for the map center, since mobile devices do not have cursors. Now notice the symbol at the left edge of the screen. That symbol lets you do a simulated right-click on a mobile device. So I'm going to zoom in on another city here. We'll pick on Salt Lake City this time. Zoom in a little bit more. Now I'm going to go over and tap on my simulated mobile device, the symbol at the left edge of the screen. An image appears that has the word dragged and a crosshair. So I can grab hold of that symbol, drag that around. When I get it to where I want to do the simulated right click, I would tap it. The same sidebar opens up that we saw on the desktop interface, and it has the same information. I'm going to close the sidebar and also tap the symbol at the left edge of the screen to remove the simulated right-click image from the screen. You now know how to do a right-click when you are displaying GISsurfer on a mobile device. Kind of cool, huh? Okay, I'm going back to the desktop interface. In the next part of this video, I will show you how to make a map to help you know what the weather's doing in your area. Start by clicking the menu button and search. Now, I live near Redmond, Washington, but there is no weather going on in our area today, so for the purpose of this video, I'm going to search on Battle Creek, Michigan. And search. You can search on addresses, town names, other types of place names, and coordinates. The map will zoom in and center on whatever you searched for. So the next thing to do is to copy the coordinate for the center of the map. Copy that and paste that over someplace where you can edit text. I'm going to paste it right there. Now I'm going back to the map. On the map we're making, a marker is going to appear on the map at the coordinates that we saved. So if you do this yourself, I recommend that perhaps you search on your home address. So when you look at your weather map, you'll have a marker at your home address. Now, since the weather usually comes from the west, I'm going to zoom out here a bit and also drag the map some. Now click the base map button, and under the overlay heading, turn on the weather radar layer by clicking that. You'll see a number appears in front of that heading, and the radar data pops up on the map as well. Now also go down and turn on the world transportation layer by giving that a click as well. Now overlays are stacked on top of each other in the order that they're turned on. So for this map, the road data will always be on top of any radar data. I'm going to close the drop downs by simply steering my cursor off to the side. Now, the map shows a lot of radar data and the road layer is on top, so when this happens, you can maintain some spatial orientation for your area because you can see the roads. Now let's take a quick look at the mobile interface, and then I'll come back here and finish the map. Over on the mobile interface, to see the overlay list, you click the base map button again, but now to see the overlays, you need to scroll down. The same overlays that appeared on the desktop interface will also appear on the mobile interface. Okay, now let's go back to the desktop interface and finish up. Since the map now on the screen looks the way we want it to look when it opens, click Menu and link to this map. Copy that link, copy, go to the editor where you pasted the coordinates, paste in the map link you just copied. Paste. Now you need to edit the map link by adding the data parameter and the coordinates where the marker will appear. So to do that, you type ampersand data equals, copy the coordinates, copy, and paste them into the end of the map link. Paste. Now review the map link you made to make sure no spaces sneaked in there. That looks good. So I'm going to copy the map link, copy, go back to my browser. Using the same browser tab, I'm going to paste the link right there and open up the map. Your map is done. Each time you open the map you made, you will see the most recent weather radar and the marker you put on the map. I saved a link on my PC's home screen that opens this map with a marker at my home. This is very useful for getting a quick look to see if any weather is approaching. Now, in this part of the video, I'm going to demonstrate some key concepts of GISsurfer. Since these ideas are so important to understanding how you can use GISsurfer, don't be surprised when they are repeated in other videos. The colored dots on this map represent stream gauges. This data is in a single GIS layer on a server maintained by NOAA. The first thing to keep in mind is that most GIS overlay layers have attribute data. You can click on GIS data you see on the map, and the GIS server will send attribute data to your screen for the thing that you clicked. So let's click on one of these dots. We'll pick on that one right there. And sure enough, we get a display here, and there's the attribute, start of the attribute data for the stream gauge that we clicked. The next thing to know about attribute data is that sometimes there's a link that leads to more information. So it is always worthwhile to see if there's a link you can click. So we'll scroll down here a bit, and sure enough, here is a link, and so I'm going to click that, and a new browser tab opens up, and we see a nice graph here of the water level that stream gauge recorded. You could take a screenshot of that, trim the excess off, post that on social media. Of course, if you do that, it would be nice if you credit GISsurfer. So we'll close the stream gauge display there, go back to our map, close the attribute data, click the base map button, and turn on the weather radar layer. Now I'm going to click on another stream gauge, that one right there, and well, we get a display that says something about top layer. I'm not seeing attribute data here. Message says something about on top and on top. Here's the deal. When multiple GIS overlay layers are on, they are stacked on top of each other. And it's only the layer that is on top of the stack that can be clicked to display the attribute data. There are three ways to find out which layer is on top. First, you could click the map anywhere. And either you clicked on the top layer and will see attribute data, assuming the layer has attribute data, or you will see a message giving you the name of the top layer. And that's what we see here. This message tells us that the radar layer is on top. So let's close this message here. Close. The second way to know which layer is on top is to look at the overlay list by clicking the base map button. Layers that are currently displayed will have a number in front of the layer name. The layer with the highest number is on top of the stack, and sure enough, the radar layer has a higher number than the stream gauge layer. Third, if you just turned an overlay on, then that overlay is automatically on top of the stack. You don't even have to think about what number is in front of the layer name. I can pop the stream gauge layer up to the top of the stack by turning it off and then turning it back on. Since this is the overlay layer I most recently turned on, I absolutely know it is on top of the stack. So now when I click a stream gauge, I get attribute data for the gauge that I clicked. I have one more key concept to show you. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to make a copy of this map. Menu, link to this map, copy that, copy. I'm going to close this message, open up a browser tab, paste in the link I copied, and open that map. And I'm going to go to the base map button and move the weather radar layer up to the top of the stack by turning it off and then back on. Now let's compare these two maps. We're looking at the one with the radar layer on top of the stack. Here's the other one with the stream gauge layer on top of the stack. Radar on top, stream gauge on top. What you see here is that the order with which you turn overlay layers on can have a major impact on the overall appearance of your map. So if you're making a map that has multiple layers that will be on when the map opens, then I recommend you spend a little time and experiment with turning the overlay layers on in different orders, so the map you make can do the best job of telling its story. This is the end of the GISsurfer introduction video. Next in this series is video number 2, which will show you various things you can do with the menu button and base map button. In addition to the GISsurfer videos, there are also several PDF files with additional tips and examples that are not covered in the videos. You can find those PDF files by going to the GISsurfer homepage, which is GISsurfer.com. Click the menu button and go to the help page. Scroll down past the video links and you will find links to the PDF files. The videos cover most of the common features, but if you want to dig deeper, get all the details, then please see the PDF files. You can always find my contact information and links to my various projects by visiting the MappingSupport project page, MappingSupport.com. Thank you for watching, and I hope you find GISsurfer to be useful.